Hey y'all, Brittany here with day 9, I don't know why I did that, our 67 days towards our at-home practice. This is a supplement to the video explaining just why we have a environment change. So my dad was really awesome and gracious and bought me a cool LED light that may be blinding me, but it's in an effort to be true to my practice during the next 56 days, and also to teach you a little bit about how to advance your yoga practice and make your home practice transform along with you. This is where I actually do my yoga for the most part. That light's intense. And what's important about having a space to return to is that it makes it easier to get into your zone, your yoga zone, and get into your yoga mind, and give you a little bit of added incentive when it's not that easy to. This is the space I've been coming to since I returned from India in May of 2014. I created a space because when I was in India, we talked about how important it is to have a space to keep coming back to and how it makes it easier to commit to your practice. So this is actually my laundry room, my washer and dryer right over there. But I didn't really have anything else going on here yet. I was still moving in, so it was easy to just change this area around. What makes it easier is that this space has grown with me and with my practice. In the beginning, it was me, this tapestry right here from my little brother, and this hanging tapestry that was my older brother's. And this tapestry my little brother got me for Christmas in 2013, and it's essentially the tree of life. And it has taken on new life throughout my practice. When I got it in 2013, my mind was going so much faster than now, 2 years of yoga later, that I saw the bird in it, but I think it even took some time to see the bird, but I definitely didn't see the butterfly. I didn't see the majesty of all that was in this tree. And that has really transformed my practice to be able to, or shown me how my practice has transformed, to be able to sit here and recognize these little intricacies that I couldn't see in the beginning. So that's how this tapestry has grown with me. And also I'll sit here and just meditate under it, and it gives new meaning to the idea of a tree of life, to sit here and meditate under my physical representation of the tree of life in my daily practice. The tapestry says, to bring peace to the earth, strive to make your own life peaceful. And so you can imagine those words themselves have transformed in meaning to me throughout my time underneath this tapestry, and that shows me how it's transformed. I wound up hanging up all the postures we learned in India, and my guru doing them as a reminder of the form, and also as a reminder of another reason why I do it. Bumaji Shantanya, he was such a stoic figure and such a big part in my transformation. Getting to see him is always that playful reminder of our time in India, and how that transformed me and how my life has changed since that time. Above that, it says, I am not afraid of tomorrow, for I've seen yesterday and I love today, which was my grandmother's, and this is my grandmother's old home that I'm living in now, and I keep that, I'm gonna get a little choked up, because it's something that I've had for a while since she passed away in 2008, and I always wanted to believe it, but now I finally do. And so to be to be able to have that and have that reminder in my space. And these are all things that have gradually come into this space. And as I've fallen in love with this space more, I brought more of what I love into it to help me transform my own practice alongside of my heart, alongside of my love. Then the other things that are just more practical, my yoga blocks, my blanket, my yoga straps, my different gemstones that all just portray different energies to me. My blanket for when sometimes I sleep in this space because I don't want to leave. And this is the blanket that I slept in throughout India. And then I asked if I could buy when I was leaving because it just had so much good energy to it that I didn't want to let go. And all this stuff, that's from my older brother, and looking at it helps me see how our relationship has transformed. This is a painting or a watercolor that I did, the first one I ever did, that showed that I never even knew I had the ability to create. So all of these things really show you who you are and who I am, help me remember who I am when I forget, and help me remember why I'm practicing, because all of them have only gotten more beautiful throughout my practice. All of them make more sense in this reality to me throughout my practice, and all of them help me remember why I practice, and that makes this space so much more conducive to my practice, which is why I want to be here teaching you, but it was a little bit dim, so it didn't feel like the right thing. But now, thanks to my dad, I can be here to practice with you. And I encourage you to find a space of your own, and it doesn't have to be a room. This is something that in the beginning, it was just not this awesome jade yoga mat that my mom bought me, but I had a travel green fold-up mat that I would just bring with me, and when I went to a yoga class or I went to yoga in the park, wherever I went, I did on that same mat, and having that I didn't even realize it at the time, made it easier for me to just get into my yoga zone, whatever it is. And it doesn't even have to be a mat. Like I haven't been doing yoga on a mat because I don't always do yoga on a mat, and I don't find it necessary to always do yoga in the same space. That's a bit rigid and strict, which yoga is about union and embracing the flow of life. So I'm not trying to be dogmatic about this or say, oh, have a yoga space and only go to that. No, but when you can, having that regular practice space, having that place to go to is going to help your journey transform alongside of you. It can be a spot in the living room. If you're always doing yoga in your living room, always do it in the same spot in your living room. If you have a yoga mat, then always do yoga on that yoga mat when you can. Bring that yoga mat with you instead of using a studio's yoga mat. Finding the little parts of your practice and letting them represent you. One thing I always strive to be is more friendly to my environment. So Jade is an awesome company that does more environmentally friendly yoga mats. That's important to me, so that's in my yoga practice. Finding things that represent you and allowing them to come alongside of you if you're going to use the material world to help you, to help remind you of your yoga practice and why you're in it. So that's a little bit about why having your own space is so important, and coming back to that space to practice, and how it also drives you alongside to keep on practicing. Because I mean, this is my bedroom here, so I walk out and walk past this So when I'm not practicing, I feel it and I know that I'm not practicing and it doesn't feel very nourishing. So that's that. I hope you got something out of this. And thank you so much for taking the time to create your own practice and choosing to do it alongside of me. It fuels my soul to be able to share yoga. It's amazing. So I love you. Namaste. Thanks for watching.